Hi guys, welcome back to another Rants video. Today, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Oh my gosh, guys. The first one was incredible. It pushed the limits of animation with all the different styles that are happening in the same movie. And the characters they introduced were great, and the plot was awesome, and love Miles Morales Spider-Man, and it was such a great movie. From the story to the characters to the animation, everything was just beautiful. And the second one went even farther. Oh my gosh. The Spot. He's so ridiculous and yet so menacing. He in himself gets a character arc in this movie. He goes from this kind of dinky villain and try to commit his first crime to suddenly he's gaining power and he's a multiversal threat, and it's beautiful. And he's advertised as the main villain of this entire movie, which he kind of is, but at the same time he kind of plays a very small role. And Miguel O'Hara plays more of a villain than anyone else. But he plays the kind of villain where you understand exactly what they're trying to do and you understand the reasons behind it, and it's reasonable but awful. Those kinds of villains. So absolutely awesome. Because this whole thing is I'm trying to hold the multiverse together. If we do something wrong or we let this anomaly go on, an entire universe could be destroyed, and the multiverse will just get smaller and smaller until there's nothing left. And so his entire goal in life is to protect the multiverse, and he creates a society of all the best spider people, to help him do that. Which is like, oh great, yeah, protect the multiverse. And then we start getting deeper into it through Gwen and Miles following Gwen, and just the way that Miguel talks, and you're just like, oh, protecting the multiverse is great, but oh no. It's a canon event, so we have to let a person die. Or even though we could save them. That was the biggest one. The biggest one was, oh, this canon event is this person dies, so we just can't save them. You have to let them die. And then it's just, oh my gosh. That sound, it's horrible. It's horrible. But then as he's saying it, you understand how he's explaining it, and you go, oh, it makes it so much worse when you completely understand where the villain, we'll use air quotes, villain, is coming from. And it's just a little bit horrifying that how much we can relate and how much we can see, oh, this is a reasonable reaction to this situation. This is how certain people, maybe even yourself, would react. And it's just, wow. But yes, we get to see Gwen's universe and the art style of that, which is very interesting. And just how they use coloring in her universe to represent kind of the emotions of the characters is a very interesting style, because it almost looks like brush strokes a little bit, and then as she's talking, and you're picking up on the fact that, oh, she's upset, she's a lonely and the whole world, well, not as mostly her, but the world around her is kind of darker and bluer, and she looks very much like her whole person just looks kind of blue. And then you have a moment, she has this happy heart-to-heart moment with her dad, and suddenly everything is colored, just with, you know, all the different colors instead of just the flat blue upset coloring. And it's very cool to see how the coloring changes with the emotions. So that was very fun to see. Also, all the different kind of people that we get to meet, and all of the references and the Easter eggs. We get Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in the background of a scene. We get Andrew Garfield in we're literally looking at a hologram of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. We have references to Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. We have references to the MCU's Prowler. Was it Donald Glover? Yeah. Who plays Aaron Davis in Spider-Man Homecoming, which is a very small Easter egg in that movie, but he is in full Prowler costume in a prison. There's a whole Lego world where everything, the entire universe is made out of Legos. They have a scene where when the Spot's finding out that his holes can take him across dimensions, he pops his head into Venom's universe and has a conversation with the cashier, with the little Chinese cashier lady that the mini mart or whatever that Venom's at all the time. And there are so many Easter eggs and connections, and it's so great. We have every single Spider-Man that has ever been, and the bunch that also haven't yet. Because video game, PS or wherever, the Spider-Man game, his Spider-Man shows up in the background of the scene, and we have like all the different animated shows, their characters show up. There are so many of them. It's insane. There's just everywhere, and in pretty much any scene after we get to Spider Society, you can pause it and see at least like 30 different spider people on screen, and it's absolutely insane. Oh, it's so great. We also have hints at a universe that is basically made of paper and drawings, because Vulture in that universe at the beginning of the movie shows up in Gwen's world, and he's made of paper, and it's so weird. It's so seeing all the different animation styles clash is one of the great parts of these movies as well. It's a little weird and like unnerving to see animation and live action mix like we see in this movie. Like, we have an animated Spot come into the live action Venom universe, and we have the animated characters all looking at this live action scene, hologram, whatever, of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. We have MCU Prowler sitting in an animated prison cell in an animated world. And it's a little bit weird seeing those contrasts. It's kind of jarring to see them. Because you never see live action and animation in the same, well, I won't say movie, but like happening at the same time in a movie. Because we have like Enchanted, it's animation and live action in the same movie, but they don't really happen at the same time. Whereas they're happening at the same time and they're mixing, and it's kind of weird and cool. Also, random thought, I love the fact that they use the term canon throughout this whole movie. Like, we gotta keep the canon. We have to protect the canon events. And I'm just sitting here as a complete fandom nerd going, oh my gosh. The first time they said it, I'm like, wait, no, they didn't actually say canon, did they? Did they say keep the canon? No way. And then they kept saying it, and oh my gosh. It's such a nerdy thing, and I don't know how many people, I'm wondering now how many people go into this movie and have no idea what the heck they're referring to when they talk about keeping the canon. I feel like most people who are going into this movie are kind of nerds. That I feel like Marvel and DC and those kinds of movies cater to the nerds, and so they understand what this term means, but I also know that there are non-nerds that go to see this movie, so I'm wondering how many people actually go in and don't understand what the heck they're talking about when they're saying we gotta keep the canon or a canon event or whatever. It was just very funny for me. Hobie was kind of weird. I don't know if I really like Hobie. He's a strange one. But, the Indian one, it's like Pavadi or something. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. It's like Pavadi or something. I know it's P-A-V something. Anyway, him, he's interesting, and just getting another take on a very new Spider-Man, and he's going, oh yeah, just everything's great, he hasn't lost anything yet, and still hasn't, because he, interfered with the canon event, but yeah, it's, he's an interesting character. What other new characters did they bring in? I don't remember the Spider-Woman who rides on a motorcycle. I do not remember her secret identity name. I feel like it's something weird. I don't remember her first name. Anyway, she's cool. Just a pregnant Spider-Woman riding around on a motorcycle. It's kind of great. I feel like that we get, despite all of this, we do get some of the characters from the original. We don't see Spider-Ham, like what else is in the background. We don't see Spider-Man Noir unless he's in the background. But we see Penny, she has one line. She says Miles' name, which I'm not even sure if they got the actress back to even say it. They probably just used a recording from the last movie, because it kind of sounded like when they were talking to him about how sometimes you can't save everyone, and or whatever, and it sounds like they could have just taken the recording and put it there, because she's just trying to, like, reveal her new suit. I think is the only reason that she's in that scene, was to kind of reveal her new suit. Yeah, she shows up, and I mean, technically they all show up at the very end, when Gwen forms her own Spider Society to save Miles and stop Miguel from, well, sort of stop the Spot more so. And of course we have Peter B. Parker, and he's got a kid. Oh man. Peter being a dad. His guy is, oh, that's great. Just showing me, oh, I'm obsessed with this kid that I didn't think I wanted. It's so great. So let me show you pictures. Here, you're stressed. Hold my baby. It's, oh, it's great. Also, Gwen's dad straight up going, oh, you're my daughter. You're also Spider-Woman. I'm still gonna try to arrest you for the murder of your best friend. And just him, oh man. It was great. I'm just going, what the heck? My daughter is Spider-Woman. I thought Spider-Woman killed your best friend. What? And the shock and the confusion, and then suddenly he's like, decides, no, I'm still going to arrest you. You're still a vigilante, and you still lied to me, and just, but at the same time, he's so uncertain about it. And he's like, his resolve of being a cop is winning over, but at the same time, he's sort of still fighting that in his mind of, this is my daughter. No way she killed her best friend. But on this, and their reunion at the end as well, it was just, and you get more of the cool coloring in her universe. Yes, but this was a very fun movie. And it was so good. And it ended on a cliff. You love cliffhangers so much. We're building up to all of this. We have him it feels like not a whole lot happened in this movie, because basically Miles Gwen gets joins the Spider Society. She goes on a mission in Miles' universe, and so she's like, oh, okay, I have to see him. I gotta know he's okay. And so then he follows her through interdimensional portal to get to the Spider Society. Meets all the spider people, meets Miguel O'Hara, kind of goes, what the heck, you're kind of a douchebag, I'm going to save my dad. I can save my dad without destroying my universe. Goes on a great big chase. Excuse me. Escapes that universe, get home, and ends up in the wrong universe, because his spider that bit him came from a different universe and bit him, and so it leaves the DNA of the spider instead of him and sends him to the wrong Earth, and where he meets his doppelganger, who is the Prowler, and that is where we ended, with Gwen realizing, no, this isn't right. I'm not gonna betray everything I am as Spider-Woman to just protect the multiverse, and so leaves Miguel and takes some of her friends with her to help Miles. Miles being stranded in a different universe where he's the Prowler and currently captured, and I have a feeling that Prowler Miles might try to take his place on his Earth, because on his Earth his dad is still alive and his dad's dead on this one. So that's definitely a possibility. But yeah, it got to that, and then she said, your dad's with one going, I built my own society. Wanna join? And I disappear, and the screen went black, and I just went, no, that's not the end. That's not the end. And then the credits started rolling. I'm like, gosh dang it. You gotta be kidding me. Gotta be freaking kidding me. Why? Why must we do this? Why must we torture our fans? Why must you torture your fans so? And this sounds very hypocritical coming from me, because the number of cliffhangers and crap that I put the people who read my stories through is not okay. I torture my characters. I leave my readers on cliffhangers. So this sounds very hypocritical. I love a good cliffhanger, but I also hate them so much. Because now I have to wait until next year to figure out what happens, and I don't like it. I love it, but I don't like waiting. I love the cliffhanger, hate the waiting. This is why people leave us on cliffhangers, because it makes us want more, which is how they can sell more books and movies and get money and make a living, and I get that. Yeah. They're super effective. Cliffhangers are super effective. It takes a lot of a very, very, very low level of any kind of interest from me in order for a cliffhanger not to make me want more. But anyway, I very much enjoyed this movie. Like, the whole chase scene with him running away from all of these spider people and going to this city that he doesn't know the geography of, because it's a futuristic city, and it's so great. And the whole scene when Miguel, they're on like train to space, I guess, and Miguel is explaining that Miles is an anomaly. He's not supposed to exist. A spider from another universe came and bit him. He was not supposed to be bitten, and now that because of that there is a world, there's an entire universe world that does not have Spider-Man because the spider was taken out of that universe and came to him instead. And Peter Parker of his universe wouldn't have died if he had been bitten, and the Super Collider wouldn't have been finished and used if he hadn't been bitten. And it's kind of just, I'm just gonna lay all of this crap on you. This is your fault. You got bit by the spider, and because you were bit, all of this happened. And now the multiverse is going to collapse and probably get destroyed if we can't stop the spot. And your universe might get destroyed if I let you go back to your universe and try and save your dad. And it's such a great scene. I love that scene. No. I don't accept this, that my father dying is the only way that this can go. Oh man. Dude, I can't. I guess I don't have any more words because my brain is still stuck on the fact that there's cliffhanger. I don't know what's gonna happen. I want to know what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be sitting on this cliffhanger for a couple of days, for like a week or something, because my brain keeps going, like, runs through what happened, and then it reaches a wall where it doesn't know what happened, and so it's like, wait, no, this isn't right, and then it starts spitting all of these theoreticals, and yeah, my brain is a very fun place. But anyway, Across the Spiderverse is a great movie. I cannot wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. I cannot wait to find out what happens. I can't wait to see more of the original characters from the first movie, and see this final showdown between Gwen's Spider Society and Miguel O'Hara's, and how many of the spider people change sides, and what this eventual solution is going to be, whether Miles then has to accept that his dad's death, or if he does actually get to save him, and have a so to speak Spot, which is now an interdimensional being. Also, the way Spot's design changes from Miles's style of animation with just all white and then the black holes on him, to as he goes through this process of making himself more powerful with the super colliders in different universes, him becoming more and more black until when he finally gets powerful enough, looking more like sketch art. He looks like a scribbled form, so it's almost a completely different animation style, but it's also not like any of the other animation styles, because he's drawn power from all these different universes, and so he looks like a kind of a scribbled blob, but he's all black now with white circles instead of white with the black holes, and it's a very cool change. Oh yeah, I can't wait for Beyond the Spiderverse. It's gonna be great. Well, should be, as long as they keep up what they're doing now. But yeah, we've had a pretty good streak of movies so far in 2023. I appreciate that. Yeah. If you've seen this movie as well, feel free to nerd out in the comments. Drop any other thoughts that you have in the comments, suggestions, requests, whatever else. And I will see you all next time.